down with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Capricorn, we're back once again with a Renegade Master. You could be drinking a lot of Renegade or a lot of Gatorade or a lot of sugary sweets or a lot of or trying to cut down on Monster or sugary sweets and drinks is what I keep hearing. Sugar and sweet, sweet and sour. Sour, Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Chinese. You could be having a lot of Chinese. It could be from China. Anyway, I'm not going to channel on this one. This is your month. This is your yearly. Sorry, what I have decided I'm going to do every star sign for 2023. So this is an overview of Capricorn, but don't forget we read in numerology. So Cappy, you can watch it as a Gemini or a Cappy or a Life Path 6, and regardless of whether you have it in your chart, because I read from code and numerology, which means the major arcana card of 6 of Capricorn is also a 6 of Gemini. So you'll see the same kind of reflections with the kings and the queens that come out through the cards. Okay, so let's see what overview that Capricorn has coming up, please, for 2023. For the whole year of 2023, show me what Capricorn has coming up, please, for the year of 2023. Capricorn, so you got probably dealing with a Virgo. If you're not already, you could be dealing with one. I'm hearing Eddie, Edmonds, Adrian, also Edmonds, Ed, someone that keeps calling someone Ed or giving someone head. So you might be in a relationship giving someone head, okay, or giving someone the heads up or the nod is what I keep hearing. Okay, so I'm hearing a few things, Capricorn. Is the nod is normally classed as someone that could be taking heroin or some sort of medication that makes them sleepy. Normally, if someone is on heroin, that is that they're nodding pretty much, right? So on the nod. So that would be people like Johnny Depp. Okay, but on the nod, I keep hearing also noddy holder, which is for Christmas is you. It's Christmas. But nod. They keep hearing giving someone the nod or a nosh maybe. So that would also be giving someone head. So I'm hearing a few things, giving someone the heads up, just informing them about something. Okay, and I just need to give you the heads up and just make you aware that something's going on in my life. It could be someone that's complaining all the time and saying, look, I just need to make you aware of all this negative stuff. So I don't know, it's pretty much like pulling someone aside and saying, look, I just need to inform you of something that's going on, is a message. It's not relating to what's going on in your year. Let's see. But yeah, I definitely keep hearing giving someone nod or the head or the heads up. Let's see. I'm also hearing straight up, don't tell me, do you really want a love to come forever? It's a little bit like someone wants to come forever, or can come forever, or the name Trevor, or Tracy, or Treek, or Tanya, or Tatiana, or Tyler. But I was hearing do you really want this to last forever? Okay, or is this going to last forever? Straight up, don't tell me. It's straight up, I just want it straight up, no chaser. It's like having a neat whiskey or a glass of drink that's straight, no chaser. Or it could be something around a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian. And I just want you to tell me straight. No lies, no manipulation, no hiding anything. I just want you to inform me straight up. Okay, so basically it feels like somebody wants to ask a question, but they don't want fucking about. It means that I just want it straight up, no chaser, clean cut, nice little fight. You go in your corner. Someone could be fighting in the KFC here or the UFC. I don't want a clean cut fight. I want you in that corner and you in that corner. Okay, and I want it straight. I want no messing about. Just bump, there it is. So it could relate to someone that fights in the UFC, but it could be, like I said, I just want the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me God, Steve Vai. I want nothing but the truth. Please just tell me straight up. Okay, so it feels like someone doesn't want messing about. Okay, Capricorn, what have they got coming up for the 2023, for the year of 2023 for Capricorn? Show me what's coming up for Capricorn for the whole year of 2023. Good year is what I keep hearing. Goodwin, Goodman, good year blimp. I don't know. Groundhog Day, you could be going through the same kind of scenario over and over again. Keep hearing Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. The death card. I don't know. This feels like the death of the darkness here. I live in the light and the dark all at the same time. So is someone like a big recluse here? Okay, and I'm kind of closing down and shutting up and blah, 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 and I'm going to go to more and more in my shell or Michelle. Someone could also be suffering through someone that is just lost someone, because this is a grieving energy. This is lost. This is the ending, and I've just literally lost someone, and I'm grieving over the loss. Now, like I said, that could be the loss of a loved one, okay? But these both energies mean looking for answers, closure, but it also means loss. Okay, so I seem to be losing my religion. R-E-M. R-E or M, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But it seems to be like I seem to be losing my mind or losing my religion. And I'm no longer religious, I'm spiritual. Or I'm no longer spiritual, I'm more religious. So this kind of energy here could be someone that's Jewish also. Okay, that's fighting against families that are more religious than spiritual, and people that are more spiritual than religious. Because I keep picking up this Steve Vai for the love of God type sort of God-loving, God knows what else here. But also, like, there seems to be a lot of, like, praying mantis, like preying on someone. There's also someone that's about to snatch their prey here. I don't know what that's for. We will find out, though, Capricorn. Just give me some time to figure out. Well, let's look at general tarot reading stuff. Someone's grieving the loss of a person here. Okay, grieving the loss of someone that might start to happen throughout the year here. Let's see, Capricorn for the year of 2023. Capricorn for the year of 2023. So you got Six of Wands. So someone is moving on from the past. Both of these energies mean, well, this means past, definitely. This means future, but still going through it. So it's kind of like this ghost of Christmas past, right? So it might be Groundhog Day, a reoccurrence of the same thing, or something to do with 3, maybe a Piscean, okay? Or the Ring, 7 days, Life Path 7, Cancerian energies. But I'll give you a call in 3 days. Just call me out. Call me, Carmel, Carmen, Amen. There is something here to do with around someone that constantly goes to church, and they're like, Amen. And they say prayers before they go, like, because I was picking up MC Hammer, but like MCCC, you right, CC? But like Mexico also, but like always saying prayers before they go to bed, like, for art thou, all that sort of stuff, for help me gods, blah, 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 you know, gods, religious people, yeah. Sorry, but that isn't me, so it's no good spurting, like, the vows of whatever, and, you know, because I don't believe in it. Well, I believe in God, just not churches and the book. I believe in God and myself, but no one else. So something to do with the book, or the good book, or something like that, and I keep following the lines of the book, and I go by book. Okay, so, okay, there's a few messages here. There's one where, like, if it's the police force, we have to do it the right way. We have to do it by the book. Okay, there's something that may be of like divorce, separation, and doing it the right way, which means if I'm going to do it, I've got to do it legit, which means that I have to go legit in order to do it. Okay, so it's kind of like I want to go all out, okay, and do it legit. I don't want no fucking about, I just want it legit. Okay, so it's like trying to get a business go up and running maybe, but needing to do it legit. Okay, I'm also hearing Annette, or Knit, or Annetta, Natalie maybe, but like trying to do it like the right way and not the wrong way. But then going by the books is also in the UK, you can either be self-employed, okay, and you can actually work for a company. If you know, like if you're self-employed, you own your own company. That's an entrepreneur. Some in the UK they have a term that's called that I work for someone, but they say, do you want to be self-employed, or do you want, like if you was driving taxis, right? They can say, look, we can either put you on the books and we can put you on a regular wage of certain amount that goes each week or each month or whatever. Or you can work for us, but you go self-employed, which means, say if you was a taxi driver, you'd have your own car, it would be under their name, but whatever work you do, you earn, and then you pay your own taxes. Okay, so that means that so this could be a taxi company or a company that is relating to like do it by the book, I used to do this. Excuse me if I keep clearing my throat. I used to work for a taxi company, okay, and there were Capricorns there. The son, Steve, was called Steve and he's Capricorn, okay, and it was a taxi company. And they used to sometimes say, you know, whichever way around it is that you do it. But, like, I either have to do it, because I keep picking up this dodgy business energy here about, like, segregating money and stopping certain money, because it's putting a stop to something, okay, and putting stop to money and... what is this? There's something coming through, but I don't really want to talk about it. Someone is... Okay, fuck it. Someone's holding someone's money back. They're holding this money back and it's locked in. This, to me, is a 4, which means Scorpio, which can mean a 4 of Pentacles, and it can mean money and bank and information and blocked. Okay, so what I'm picking up for you here is that there is something here that's being held back. Okay, and it might be like an inheritance. It might be information that you need and it's being held back. Some of you might be held back at work and you're in a rush to try and get home because you really got something else that you're doing. Some of you might be trying to do too many jobs at once, which means that you've got a job that you earn money, but you've got another job that brings you satisfaction. Okay, I used to do this before I gave up on my work to do tarot full time. Okay, I had 3 jobs while I did this, just for fun, really. I was doing tarot for years just for fun. Okay, and I used to have to work for a taxi company, driving children to and from school, and then the afternoons I would have off part-time job, and then the afternoons I would put my work into my business of what I love to do. So sometimes I used to rush to get home in order to do what I loved instead of did what I hate. Okay, because it's like this love-hate type sort of, I hate this, I love this, I love this, I hate this, I love you, you love me, I love them. Could be a third-party situation coming up around your love. But I just want to kind of, around love, you're right, love? But like, I just want to stick at the moment to something that they're kind of trying to tell me that is built up around like being held back of work. Like they keep holding me back at work and telling me that I need more hours. Okay, and it holds me back and I'm getting frustrated because I'm being held back late. Okay, some of you it might be something to do around pregnancy and stuff because that did come up in other readings of Gemini. When I do Gemini, it's also Capricorn because they're 6s, don't forget. So just before I did this, I did a Gemini, not a tarot reading, where I drew a picture and scribed and load of stuff and it ended up being a woman that was pregnant. Okay, this is like a stillborn child or stillborn or a new beginning, but it's kind of like where it's telling me it's something to do around pregnancy and held back late. Like, so I might be late on my period and I might be late on this. So these both energies can mean pregnancy, loss, late, okay? So I'm not really sure what that is, but let's have a look at held back of what they keep saying. Like something to do with someone's back. That you really need to watch the Gemini, not a tarot card reading, just before this one. If you guys have just found this channel, I also channel and I also do scribing and pictures of the past and the future while I'm scribing, and then we pick out the picture and see what it means, and then it normally tells me more. I just draw my own cards basically and pictures. And there was something in there about someone's back, and it was about like being put in their back so they could have a child here, and it was like painkillers. Okay, so I'm hearing 2 messages now, something to do with the pregnancy and pain epidural, and then also something to do around painkiller. So that would be touring brakes. Take the painkiller, cycle on your bicycle. Ba, ba, ba. So something here about bicycle rides, or a bicycle made for 3, or a motorbike accident. What am I picking up now? What is this? Motorbike accident? Car accident? Motorbike accident? Or accidentally on purpose? What the fuck? Hold on a minute, Capricorn. Right, so let's dissect this message. I'm hearing something about someone's back, like painkillers, to having to take painkillers for my legs or my back, or Jack or Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, and having to take painkillers. But this is also having to take antidepressants and also antipsychotic medicine as well, because it can be people with like ADD, HDD, whichever way, ADD, ADHD, same kind of thing. Okay, that would be also antipsychotic energy as well. Okay, so I need to take antipsychotics. But I definitely keep hearing, like, I keep feeling like anxious at the moment, like very worried, panic attacks, anxiety, okay, about something that could be coming up with someone. Because there's messages here that are relating to tablets, medication, painkillers, okay, and I think some of your messages were a lot about drug addiction of, what was I saying? Yeah, I keep picking up that there's medicine here, like a medicine. Oh no, not the medicine man. A painter man. Painter? Decorator? Paint and decorating? Hard work painting because my back hurts. Or something around epidural and like painkillers for giving birth to someone here. And this is giving birth. But you really need to watch the Piscean reading. If you're dealing with a Life Path 3 or a Piscean, watch their yearly reading because that came up. Because when I channel and I read, I see all the numerology and the placements. And I see the other readings coming through in other readings. So that means that people in your environment, they're coming through in certain readings of the messages, right? So there's something about this painkiller, epidural, and someone that may be giving birth or pregnancy here. Okay, this can also be where something is held back. Like money is being held back by a deceased loved one and we're having to hold it back. Holding back the years. Amanda Holden. Holding back the tears of love belong. Mick Hucknall. Mick, Michael, Julian. But like Mick Hucknall. So I'm having to hold back the tears. Okay, it might also be something to do around patron. Holding back patron. Holding back the tears. Let's see. Because it's like this, I need to put a stop to something first before I can continue. And some of this might be a job, like you're doing 2 jobs or 3 jobs, and you need to concentrate more on one than the other. Because it's like I seem to be stuck here around work, finances and money, even though it isn't here, Capricorn. I'm picking it up. That something needs to be let go of first before you can start to move on. But if this is relating to work, okay, because some of you might be, yes, they need to let go of that person before they can, right? Let's come out of that situation because there's something here about I'm presently in something that I don't really want to be in, okay? And I don't really want to be at work and I don't really want to be doing something. I'd much rather be doing something else, okay? And it feels like, but I can't until I build it up enough to be able to end it. So it feels like few people might have like a couple of jobs and they want to let one of them go and focus mainly on something that they really want to do that brings them more pleasure and joy. But I can't do it at the moment because finances may be difficult in order for me to be able to do that. Okay. Now, if this is like moving and moving on, it's a little bit like I haven't got the finances and the money to be able to do it yet, or I haven't got the information that I want to be able to drop it yet. You know, it's kind of like that feeling that you've kind of got coming up here for your year, starting off that way anyway. Okay, because we are very, 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 very close to 2023 now. Let's see. Capricorn. So don't forget Capricorn. We start off now in the beginning of year 7. So this is a 6. It's a bit like I start as I mean to go on. So through year 7, there should be a lot of, well, I don't know. I don't want to go into it again because I think I've mentioned that a lot in your... But 2023 accumulates to the year of 7, okay? 3, 2, and 2. So let's see. Capricorn. What's Capricorn got coming up for 2023? So you got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Same card Piscean had here for people that were Cappies or Life Path 3s and stuff. This was all to do with work and pregnancy and gambling. Someone that kept losing. Like I always seem to be losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. I'm losing the will to live, or I've just lost the will, or I've just lost all of my money and I gambled it. This is a roulette wheel. Taking a chance, but it's in reverse. Okay, which means that whichever way around it is, there's a hell of a lot of work to do, Capricorn. If you want more, you have to work with your own planet. Okay, which means that if money becomes an obsession and work, you end up overworking and overachieving energies here. And if I want to achieve more and I'm a Capricorn that haven't achieved more and I want more, I have to put more work in. Okay, that would be for people that are more concerned about money. If you are not entrepreneurial, there's not much chance that you can earn much money. I get asked this question a lot by people that think that money is just going to fall on their lap. Okay, if you work for a company, you have to ask for a pay rise. And if you can't get the pay rise that you want, you either one, have to leave and get another job, or 2, you have to ask for more hours, okay, in order to get more money, okay. Because this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, when it comes up in a Capricorn reading, is not normally very good here. because it's in reverse. It means that I'm heading towards disaster. I keep trying and trying and trying, but it's on the opposite end of the earth. So it might mean the fact that your distant relationship or relatives that you've got are very distant, very, very distant, because it feels like it's in the future, but it isn't happening yet. And I might be getting frustrated, not realizing that I'm getting frustrated, that things are not actually happening the way I want them to, because this luck is on someone's side, but not on the others. Okay. So, and don't forget, man, nobody is in control of Saturn or karma. No matter what you think or what you know or what you do, it doesn't matter. Okay, Saturn is in charge of all of us. Okay, so what you get, you give, and what you give, you get. But what you get is given to you by this planet. Okay, it decides. It decides. Okay, so it's kind of like this decision between this it. Might be a Stephen, King, Lion, Leo, but it decides my fate. This is a gambler. This is a person where this is deciding my fate here. Because like fatality, Scorpio. Oh, come here. Life path 4 or Scorpio. Death or what in the fuck is going on? Hold on a minute. Something of this gamble. Okay, right. There's a gambling addict here and a drug addict and a gamble addict. And this decides my fate. This. They keep getting me to look at the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and it's all down to this that decides my fate. Okay. It's like go to prison, but like Monopoly, maybe in London or something, but like, you know, it decides my fate. You either go straight to jail and do not collect 200 quid, okay, or pass or go, and I either pass my exams or I fail, okay. A failed attempt at some kind of like reconciliation here. A failed attempt at suicide. Picking up like suicide watch and a failed attempt at doing something there. I don't know what that is for. But it's like I tried and I keep trying, but I keep failing and failing and failing. It's a little bit trying to get a car started and it keeps failing. The MOT, right? Or devotee or devi. But devotion. Oh, what's that song? Oh, my devotion. That's a real old song. Devotion. Devi, Evi, Stevi, Devi, Everos, Stevros, Steve. Okay, there is something here that I keep trying to get started, but I can't seem to get it started. It's because I'm losing concentration and I can't seem to get it started. This could be people that have ADD, and this is trying to find focus, and I can't because I'm focused in different directions. And I really want to get my business going, but I can't because I'm pulled in another direction. And there's something that I really, really, really want to get started, but I can't seem to find the motivation in order to get it going. It's a little bit like renovating a car or a house or something like that, but I just can't seem to find the energy and the motivation to do it. It's a little bit like, okay, for instance, right, if you look at, like, in this house is a very big house, right? Well, there's a spare room, right? Spare rooms, and it's got like loads of shit in there. And for ages, I keep saying to myself, I really need to empty out that spare room, okay, in order to be able to like have more room for other things, or rent a renovation, or rent out a house or something, or a room. But like I keep putting it off and thinking, oh fuck, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes, right? And it's something like that, like I keep putting it off because I really want to get something started, but I can't because I feel like I'm stuck. And you can get that with ADD because this is an energy that needs to be cleared up. Okay, Claire, the name Claire, like it's either an argument or a disagreement, but closure, but it needs to be cleared up. And because things are a mess, right? But it can be like my life is in a mess at the moment because of my mental health, and I can't seem to find focus and devotion. Okay. What is that song? It's really in my head now. Devotion. Anyway. This is also like music career. Like I really want to be in the music industry and I can't because this is like DJ. So a D, a J, or a John Darling, or a John. DJ, like tarot. Might be doing tarot readings, or like JDS tarot, right? Someone actually told me that they'd done a bit of background work and they found him on They found him on that TikTok thing, and they'd actually made a last video saying that he'd give up on his YouTube channel. So I don't know what's real or not. Yeah, but like I don't know whether he's still alive, whether he isn't, or whether whether he'd give up on his channel. But I thought he would say something. It's kind of like that. Do I give this up or do I give that up? Do I give up on my channel or do I work here? Would I? Because someone said this about John, and it could be coming up. It's like that. Like, what do I give up? Like, do I give up on a third energy? Do I give up on a mother, a father, a sibling, a child, and a fucking job? Do I quit? Do I retire? It's a little bit like that. Like, this Wheel of Fortune decides my fate. And what do I do? If I give this up, I have to build this from the ground go and work on it. And I have a lot of work to do in order to make it lucrative. Or do I go back to making this work? Right here. And I don't know what you've got coming up, Capricorn, but it really does feel like this very awkward decision where this decides your fate. Here. It's like a fatality, like a death certificate, and I can't find a death certificate or angel of death. Hello, angel of death. But like a death certificate, I can't find a death certificate, and it's stopping me from doing it because it's locked back, which means that there might be like an inheritance, and someone needs the proof of like the proof that someone died or something like that to get into a bank account, and I always seem to be locked out, and I can't get into it, right? Like a phone or a bank account or something like that, and I keep trying to figure out passwords or codes or whichever way it is, and I can't seem to figure it out, and I'm getting more and more frustrated, and I can't figure it out. Okay, just try not to figure me out. Like, if it comes to how I channel and what I do, don't try to figure me out, because it's here. Because something here is becoming more complicated, because it's like authentic, but it isn't. Okay, it's like needing to find my own flow, and needing to find my own self, and needing to find my own way. And I got to find my own niche. Okay, it's like I keep trying to get further up in the company, but I need to find my own niche. Okay, not someone else's. Like, so for instance, whatever this be, whatever you relate it to, Capricorn. Right, so me, I do specifically designed for my calling. I channel a lot, right? But I also do drawings with all of these, and I scribe, okay? And that is my calling. It's built for me, and I do it, and in the picture I do things, right? And it means it's designed. Like, I just did that because I started to follow the calling of what Spirit was getting me to do. So I did it, okay? So then I started to change things where I put like little videos in, and to make it a bit more comical, and I add a flair of me. But that's my niche, okay? So it's kind of like, how can I explain what this feeling seems to be? I'm trying to find my footing and my own calling and my own niche, but I need to fit in somewhere where I'm separated from the rest. This is why I like to be different than anybody else. I really do not like doing the same shit every time. I like to find something that's unique and it designed for me, and not what everybody else is doing. And it feels that here. It feels like it's a slog, and it's like it's just a monotonous same shit. And I need to try and think about something, but how does it fit in with me, where it's mine and not no one else's, where it's mine? Okay. Something there about work. Now, I've got this other energy here that is where something here is being held back from you. And now that is definite information that, because Virgos, life path nines can be great researchers, and they need more info, because they don't reach satisfaction of 10. They never get to that 10 because they are a 9. So sometimes it can be very hard to find satisfaction, to find peace and harmony or harness. So it can take a long time before I find out. Okay. So it's a little bit like something that may be undercover, and I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out, but it's something that's there, but I need to keep digging and looking for more information until I find out. Okay. But there is something here that's karmic, which means that it could be a third party. Okay. But this decides my fate is really what they keep saying. This Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Because this is 6. It's Gemini and also Capricorn. And this is the Wheel of Fortune that normally means Capricorn to me, because it's your ruling planet. Okay. So luck is either really on your side or sometimes it really isn't. But there's a lot of work always to be done by a Capricorn, okay, to make it grounded, to make it worthwhile, okay. So it's like this lucky, unlucky. Lucky energy moving forward, unlucky lost. Lucky win, Edwin, Edmonds. But I've got a lucky win, I've got a bad loss. Okay. So you lose, you snooze, you lose, you missed out. Okay. So it might be that where someone's like, well, you snooze, you lose, you nodded off, car accident, maybe. Or you, sometimes the term of that can be, well, your loss, okay, I win, well, none of us really won. Because you just didn't take the opportunity that was there, and you snooze, you lose. Okay, you didn't come in quick enough in order to do it. You didn't mention it quick enough. You didn't say anything, so I lost. Okay, it's a little bit like that. Like I missed the train, okay, and I got there a little bit too late. Okay, and I missed out on a chance of a lifetime. It's a little bit like that, right? You could have won. Look at what you could have won. Oh, fucking hell, it's Jim Bowen's coming back again. Oh, look at what you could have won. Come on, bring family over. Look at what you could have won. Oh, well, you didn't, did you? You fucking lost. Come on. Show everybody up on telly. Fucking show them. Look, come on, look. You could have won a speedboat. You could have won a fucking Ford Fiesta, a clapped out fucking clap. And what did you win? Fuck all. Come on. Come on, show everybody at home how fucking disappointed you look. And you're like, oh, God, I feel so shit. And you're like, yeah. And oh, well, if you'd have won, you'd have got it, but you hadn't. So we just need to show you just to wind you up. So it's like that winding up energy of showing what you could have won, but you didn't, you actually lost it. You're like, oh, fuck. It's a little bit like when you walk into a casino and it's like you've been playing it for ages to try and get like the most amount of money out of it. And you keep pumping more in and more in and more in because it glitz and glams and it tells you right at the fucking end, if you keep pumping more money into us, it's a bit like Sony, really. Like buying PlayStation 5s and then in 4 years' time they bring out PlayStation 6. But it's like I keep pumping more money in because there's a big win and there's a big jackpot, and it's kind of like if you come in here and you guess the right number, you'll win £10 billion. So I keep doing it, and then all of a sudden you walk in and you realise that someone else won it, and they're like, "Fuck! If I'd have just got there just moments before, I would have realised that I'd have fucking won, but I didn't. I lost." It's a little bit like that feeling, okay? Like if I'd have just got there on time, I would have literally won, but I didn't. So it's this energy that can also be consumers that flirt and tease maybe to try and get people in to basically just reject them. You know, I'm getting you and calling you in just to tell you, no, I'm sorry, it's too late. Okay, or what can I do that's going to tempt people into a false sense of security? Leading people into a false sense of security. Okay. Now, this could be something to do with security money, security deposit, or trying to get my security. So it might be an old age pensioner that is retiring, or they have retired and they've got a retirement fund, but something could be taken from them here. And it's like trying to stop this person from losing their money here. Looking out for an elderly person because they don't want to make a mistake. Because I'm picking up this being a scam, something to do around a scam, or like trying to stop people from being scammed and ripped off and God knows what else here. Because the Wheel of Fortune can be like a large down payment, right? It's really what, fucking hell, we've been going on for half an hour. 4 cards, really. Like I need to make a large down payment, and it's like, do I move out or do I stay where I am? If I want to move, I'm going to have to make a very large down payment. Say, because normally when you get a mortgage in the UK, right, if you get a mortgage, you've got to have about 35 grand saved up, right? 35 grand saved up. When you get a mortgage, you've got to put all of that savings that you've got straight into a house. Now that is normally good because I used to be in the housing development. We used to build houses, right? So, so investment in the houses is normally the best thing you can ever do. Not a car. Okay, house. So it's a little bit like I've got a load of money. Okay, I've got money. Where do I invest it? Where do I invest my time? Where do I invest my money that I've got? Okay, do I take this large amount of money that I've been given as an inheritance and do I invest it into a house, a business, a job, or a car? House. Okay. Then I've got to go to work, though, because I've just invested all of my savings into a house, but I don't want to work. Stop being so fucking lazy if you're not retired, okay? Because I'm picking up someone here that just like doesn't want to work, they don't want to do anything, they've just got an inheritance. They're like, well, if I spend all that money on a house, that means that I've got to go to work in order to pay off the rest of the mortgage. Right here. But like, or something to do with that around like, do I make this large down payment here and this windfall where it will turn out to be more of an investment in the future, but I've got to work harder towards getting it because I have to keep paying it off. So it pretty much means like debt. Okay, do I keep paying the bank or stuff like that, or blah, 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 so on and so forth. This could also be something that's also coming up for me that I'm not really so worried about. But it's a little bit like going into a car dealership, right? Or a car salesman, right? Or Sal. Going into a car, you could be ripped off there. Sorry, Sal. But like, right, going into a car dealership, right? Here, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And you take in your car and they say to you, okay, we can give you like, I think mine's probably worth about 16 grand, but like 16,000 we'll give you for your car or something. And like you want to like swap it over for another car, a better car, but then you have to take out a loan on the car. So sometimes it is a good way to go, because if you've got like a decent car and you can get a decent amount of money for it, and the mileage is building up and it's coming close to being like the mileage is really building up, you can take your car in and trade it for a better car, but the mileage will be lower, but you've got more of an investment to pay it off over a period of like 6 years. Okay. So it's a little bit like that. It's like a mortgage, a job, a house. Where do I invest this money if it was the loss? Where do I invest it? What will be my best comeback? Blah, blah, blah. This is a comeback story. So, yeah, the Kings of Leon. So, like, comeback story. So what's my best comeback? Come by, my lord. Let's see. Yeah. It really feels like this investment. This is coming up as your partner and your person as well through 2023, Capricorn, because it's also wanting to talk and speak, but it's still not doing so, because ego is very much still here, because it's in between the energy of you guys, of Capricorn, and 6 of Gemini, right? So, like I said, man, there's something that decides my fate. It's a person here that's looking at this investment of where they could have got it from a deceased loved one. And the deceased loved one left this child here, or has or will, this money, okay? And there it is with this child now. And they're looking at this decision of what to do about this situation where this decides my fate. Do I leave like a very important job for another one? Do I like leave a town, a state, a village, a house? What do I do? Do I get a mortgage or do I rent? Right here. It depends on your financial circumstance. Like I said, if you get a mortgage in the UK, you've got to have about 25,000 to 30,000 collateral to put down into the house for a start. Then you're going to have to take on about £1,000 a month rent. Like, you know, you pay off towards that. That would be about £1,000. Okay, a month. Okay, so you've kind of got this. What do I do? This decides my fate. Where do I invest it? Okay. So if you want to find out what this relates to, we're going to go over to Patreon. It will only be on the silver and the gold tier if you want your weeklies and your monthlies and God knows what else. But because this is a yearly, it goes to the same place where the weeklies and monthlies go, okay, which is the silver or gold. So it will not be on the bronze. That is only for monthlies. That will be done after this is when I start to do January for 2023. But this is going to be your whole yearly overview. And that will be seen on the silver or the gold tier, guys, okay? You can find that link provided below. Don't forget, if you've just found this now in a month or two later, and you do want to go and find this reading, and you're over on the silver or gold tier, you're going to have to scroll right through all of the weeklies and monthlies and teaching stuff to try and find where this reading is. But I will obviously label it as your 2023 yearly reading, Capricorn, but it'll just be part 2, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.